Welcome back. Miss Shultis is with us here today.
He went back. We were talking about something between,
What were we talking about?
We can't talk about it on the air.
Okay.
No. The FCC or FAA or whoever it is.
It'll be the FCC that
is the FCC. I'm not.
They won't send a letter. They will come to your door.
They will come to the door.
Pretty serious. Yeah,
okay, we won't talk about it then.
They do present fines to broadcasters that do the wrong thing. And they're not ashamed to do it either.
Really? Well, good.
So you need to be careful.
We're not doing anything wrong. We're a G-rated show.
We are.
We
Absolutely.
are G. We're G-rated, as we should be. And Miss Poirier-Shultis is here for a very G-rated. Speaking of what we mentioned between times, you're spaying and neutering.
Right. We have the volunteer low-cost spay and neuter clinic, and actually we've been in existence 2 years this March.
Now, what's the volunteer come in? I'm thinking, is it a volunteer doctor that does this, or is it?
The clinic is run by two separate nonprofit organizations. We're one, and we're the volunteer low-cost spay and neuter clinic. We provide everything except for veterinarian services, which is a lot. The rest is provided by another nonprofit by the name of Arkansans for Animals. The veterinarian who does this, her name is Dr. Joanna McManus. She graduated from Oklahoma State University for Veterinary Health Sciences in 1995. She performs 5,000 low-cost spay and neuters a year.
Wow.
And the clinic is held in a mobile surgical unit specifically built and designed for spaying and neutering cats and dogs. And since our inception, the first year we only did 2 clinics because we're trying to figure it out. Last year we did 3 clinics, and so far we've done 550 spay and neuters. By the end of this year we would have done almost 1,000.
Well, I have maybe a silly. How long does it take to spay or neuter an animal?
I can tell you that it's done by, I'm allowed 40 points a day, not 40 animals, but 40 points. And the points really determine on how long it takes to spay. A female dog takes the longest, and then a male dog is next. A female cat is further down, and then a male cat is like nothing, So how long does it take an animal? If they're in heat, it's going to take longer. There's just certain things that add to it. But we do about 32 to 40 animals a day.
So do people need to make an appointment?
Oh yeah,
basically.
In fact, the clinic, we have been so well received that this March clinic, which is March 27, 28, 29, 30, has been booked already for 2 weeks. We book out about a month to 6 weeks ahead with very little advertising because the community response is, is so enormous. So, and the reason why I really want to make this point, the reason why people need to spay and neuter, we keep saying this, but if I make this illustration, you'll see, pets outpace us dramatically. According to the 2010 census, the average family consists of 2.36 people. Okay, so if you, let's say it's a single family, and so you can make, let's say with 4 people, okay, in 5 years you're still going to have 4 people, all right, but the average dog in 1 year has 1 litter and 4 to 6 animals. The average cat in 1 year can have 1 or 2 litters of 4 to 6 animals. So let's say we say 5 for a dog and 5 for a cat. In 5 years, you still have your 4 people, but now you have 25 dogs and 50 pets versus 4 people. You can see there's no way. This country, according to ASPCA, this country, 5 to 7 million animals come into shelters. 5 out of 10 dogs are euthanized. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10 cats are euthanized. There's just not enough homes. There's just not enough homes. And people need to spay and neuter to save their lives, and it's a lot healthier for your pet. If you get your female animal done before their first heat, you prevent uterine infections and breast cancer. And that's fatal in 50% of dogs and 90% of cats. And all you had to do was spay and neuter to prevent it from happening. Male dogs, you prevent them from testicular cancer if you got it done before 6 months. So early spay and neutering, and that's what we do at the clinic, is most helpful. So
okay, so puppies basically.
Yeah, well, it's just like if if you and I have surgery and a 10-year-old kid has surgery, they just pop right back.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's what they're recommending is, and this vet is so used to doing that we do a lot of it. So.
Well, now, where's this clinic going to be held at?
The clinic is always held at the Marion County Fairground in Yellville because they switched their electrical system to accommodate us. Or we looked and looked and looked for a spot. We couldn't find a spot. So the unit stays outside the building, and then the animals are brought in, and we watch them. I mean, they have little blankets that get over them, you know. They're, every time somebody goes from one pet to another pet, they have to use special solutions, which is right there. I mean, our pets are really, really well taken care of. And we're half the price of the vets.
So what is the cost?
Well, this year, because the vets are going to raise their prices a little, and it just depends whether we can raise the money so that we don't have to raise ours, which is what we did this year. A dog up to 75 pounds, it has to be over 5 pounds. Over 5 pounds and up to 75 pounds is $60, and that includes their rabies shot. And a cat is $35, and that includes their rabies shot. And both those animals usually can get done about from 3 months. Anytime after 3 months. And we like to see it between 3 and 6 months because then we don't have litters and they pop back faster. So,
and when's this happening, and where's it going to happen?
Well, it happens at the Marion County Fairgrounds. It's always by appointment only, and we don't do just rabies shots. Just so anything that gets done has to get done in conjunction with a spay and neuter. We're not trying to compete with the vets. We're simply trying to bring the numbers down. So, this March clinic, which comes up the end of this month, is booked with a huge waiting line already. So. That's, can't get in on this one. And I always tell everybody, if you want to get into our clinic, call about 2 months ahead. So the next clinic will be July, and 17, 18, 19, 20. And the November clinic is November 6, 7, 8, and 9. We added on an extra day so we could hopefully shorten up the waiting line. That hasn't happened at all. More people know we're out here, and so we still have this huge waiting line. So.
Oh, well, I mean, that's good news, though.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Now, the thing we're hoping to accomplish with this interview is in Marion County, the poverty level is 15%, according to the Marion and Baxter County data and demographics. You have 15% below the poverty level in Marion County. You have 11.10% of the people in Baxter County below the poverty level. And those, obviously, are the biggest problems for not spaying and neutering, okay? So we started a program called Partnership for Pets, and we're hoping that, let's just say you love pets and you're a little flushed and you would like to help somebody who's below the poverty level and can't afford to fix their animal for $45, because the person has to pay something. We don't think it's right to give it to them for free. For $45, you can help somebody get their dog spayed or neutered. And for $25, you can help somebody get their cat spayed and neutered.
Okay. So they just cough up the difference.
Yeah, they cough up the difference. And it's tax deductible because we're a nonprofit organization. And it really helps bring the numbers down in the community. I mean, we can only do so much, but if you don't have the money, and people do want to get their pets fixed. Even people on low income, they want to do it. They just really, if it's between food on your table and getting your pet fixed, it's not going to happen.
Can somebody donate, just write you a check, open check, and cover up some of the people that can't pay? Or
absolutely.
How's that work?
Absolutely. And like I said, it's a tax deductible donation. And if a lot of people want to help pets, but they work too many jobs. They'd like to do rescue or whatever, and they just really can't do it. Well, this is a great opportunity to be able to help your community and pets, And I want to tell you a quick story. A friend of mine in New Hampshire operates this New Hampshire Solution to Overpopulation of Pets. He's the reason why we've got these numbers down. They started doing their low-cost spay and neuter program in 1996. In 6 years, they reduced their euthanasia rate by 75%. 75%. We can do that here, too. We can. We don't have to have animals running the streets and stuff. We can do this, but everybody has to pitch in. If you can't help out one way, perhaps you could, make a financial donation. And we're still looking for some good volunteers to help out too, and they have to be people who work with other people. We don't have any chiefs. We're all little all Indians.
And I was going to ask you that. Do you need extra help with volunteers?
We're always looking for, actually, most of our volunteers who come, They come back every single clinic. I mean, they just love it. And if we have had a situation, it's usually been with people who, you know, everybody, like I said, everybody has to work together. We're a team. That's how it works. We're a team. So,
well, the clinic's already full, right?
This March
it's already
clinic is full.
But if you would like to donate to this worthwhile program, you can contact. How do they contact you?
They can contact me, and I'm Midge, and we're the low-cost spay and neuter clinic. The number is 870-620-0048. If you can't find the number, you can call the Humane Society, because we get a lot of, they do all the referrals. They say if you can't find it, call Midge.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, Midge, thanks for coming by. Hope this information gets out and helps
register
people.
for the July clinic.
Yeah.
Register for the July clinic early.
Register
Just
for the
call
July clinic
the
early.
number and they'll have all that information for you. Thanks, Midge.
Thank you very much.
All right. Up next, what do we want to do? Do we want to? Let's follow along with Mary Ann, since we're talking about the Humane Society.
And we'll just do Pet of the Week.
Yeah, we'll just carry that conversation.
Bring Frank over here.
Yeah. Stay with us.